Well, continuing on those Baha payouts, chairman of the committee handling the process says the journey was rough and at times it seemed as though they would never reach this point. Our Janae Noel Ferguson spoke to him.
In less than 2 weeks, the committee appointed to oversee the payout process to former Baha employees and unsecured creditors has completed the first phase of the process, and Bahamian employees walked away Tuesday morning with checks in hand. Committee Chairman James Smith expressed his gratitude to the team who worked behind the scenes, knowing and understanding what it meant for the more than 2,000 employees that were terminated.
The committee was given a 2-week in which we had to speak with the Baha Human Resources people, get the list of names, get the amounts owed, calculate them, get checks, open bank accounts, etc. And all of that has been done, in my view, in an excellent fashion, and kudos to the people who were responsible. This is a fairly good example of what could happen when dedicated people and, in fact, concerned government get together to try and make life a little bit more bearable.
Now, Smith further explained that getting to this payday was not easy. Fortunately, he said the Chinese Exim Bank, after negotiations with the government, made the funds available to meet what was owed as well as additional expenses.
They were able to, I suppose, coordinate their efforts from that side to resuscitate a project which, under ordinary circumstances, would have probably been put on the selling block at a discount, and some other operator would come in, and they would have no obligation under those conditions and under our laws to pay any attention to the workers or pay them anything at all. And so we're now to this stage where we're doing something in this country which I think is unprecedented, where you are literally paying off unsecured creditors, and you're giving a priority to the Bahamian staff. And I think under any circumstances, we all should be very proud and glad for those Bahamians who will be receiving their checks.
But just how much in total is being paid out?
It's in the millions, okay, because you're talking about some 2,000 people. Some of them very low because they hadn't been on the job very long. Others who have been there for quite some time would be taking home some hefty checks. Everyone didn't have the bank accounts where we could wire transfer the money. That would have been a lot easier. So it was decided that it would be more secure to issue checks physically, because in that way you're better able to ID the people coming in.
Now, during the lead up to this payout process, former Baha employees were reportedly told that in this situation they would have to take what they can get. Now, Mr. Smith also addressed this concern.
We found in some cases, for instance, the people who worked in the casino, who were regarded as Baha staff, there might have been some managers over there who were classified as non-managers. And as you're doing a payout, you pay on a different scale depending on the level. So that had to be recalculated. So the differences were not very large, $20, $30 in some cases. But in all cases, we decided to pay the higher of the amount calculated.
Now, the payout process for former Baha employees continues on Wednesday and Thursday of this week. Now, unsecured creditors are reminded that they are to fill out the application form with the proper documentation by the end of the month. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.